Hello everyone, this is Sakshi. You are watching Inventiva and this is the crucial hour at 8. News from 8 to 8. Here's the national news. The Lohegaon Airport in Pune has announced that the runway will be closed from October 16 to 29 for recarpeting. There will be no commercial flights during this time, which has surprised travelers. The city's holiday and business travel plans have been impacted by the closure. The Adani Group has officially taken over operations and management of Thiruvananthapuram International Airport. Senior officials from the Airport Authority of India or AAI and the Ahmedabad-based Adani Group were present at the airport's brief ceremony on Thursday morning. Reports of a coal shortage at power plants were dismissed by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman as absolutely baseless, claiming that every power producing installation has the next 4 days stock available within their premises and the supply chain has not broken at all. At the G20 summit in Italy, PM Narendra Modi addressed the importance of approaching Afghanistan through the International United Front. He asserted the importance of preventing terrorism. Home Minister Amit Shah warned Pakistan of more surgical strikes if it did not stop its transgressions and sponsoring the killing of civilians in Kashmir. The surgical strikes prove that we don't tolerate attacks, he added. Farmers blame black marketing, hoarding of fertilizer as MP government prepares to invoke NSA. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan on Tuesday said there was no shortage of fertilizer in the state. Madhya Pradesh requires 4 lakh tons of urea for the Rabi season and the state has already received 2.5 lakh ton, the CM said. Farmers looted bags of DAP or diammonium phosphate fertilizer from a warehouse in the third such incident in Chambal division of Madhya Pradesh in the last 5 days, police said. 3 more Rafale fighters arriving from France to land in Gujarat's Jamnagar tonight, a major boost for the Indian Air Force. 3 more Rafale fighter jets are arriving in Gujarat's Jamnagar on Wednesday evening from France. The Indian Air Force or IAF will be further strengthened amid the ongoing military standoff with China as 3 more Rafale jets took off from France and will touch down in Jamnagar, Gujarat on Wednesday. The 3 new fighter jets will increase the count of Rafale jets to 29 out of the total 36 India had ordered as part of the 60,000 crore rupees deal inked in 2016. Heading on to the international news, the World Health Organization or WHO revealed a new panel of scientists to look into the origin of coronavirus that caused the COVID-19 pandemic over 6 months after much maligned joint WHO China study decisively ruled out a laboratory origin. On Thursday, Japan's new Prime Minister Fumio Kishida dissolved the lower house of parliament, paving the way for national elections on October 31st. Mr. Kishida stated that he is seeking the public's approval for his policies after being elected Prime Minister by Parliament only 10 days ago to replace Yoshihide Suga. Authorities said a man armed with a bow and arrows killed 5 people near the Norwegian capital of Oslo before being apprehended. According to the police chief of Kongsberg, there was a confrontation between officers and the assailant. 2 more people were injured and are being treated in intensive care, including an officer who was off duty and inside the shop where the attack occurred. According to local officials on Thursday, the death toll from a fire that engulfed a building in southern Taiwan overnight has risen to 46, with at least another 41 people injured. Several incidents of vandalism at Durga Puja pandals were reported in Bangladesh on Wednesday, after which the government has warned a tough action. The attacks have mostly happened in Kumila, also known as Komila district, reports in local media said. Moving on to financial news, LendingKart competes with various agencies like Indify, A-Finance, FlexiLoans, Capital Float, Neo Growth Credit and many more. It's offering easy services like short-term collateral-free working capital loans with little or no credit history available to borrowers. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has reduced his stake in pharma giant Lupin to less than 1%. As of 30 June 2021, he owns 1.6% of Lupin or 72.45 lakh shares. His name, however, did not appear on the list released by the company earlier this week, according to the most recent shareholding filing. According to Trendline, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's holding in Lupin is below 1% as of September 30, 2021. Moving on to sports, the Indian Cricket Board is likely to approach Rahul Dravid about serving as interim coach for India's home series against New Zealand. Head coach Ravi Shastri and the majority of the support staff will leave after the T20 World Cup, but the board recognizes that the search for a new coach may take longer than expected and thus wants an experienced hand like Dravid at the helm as a stopgap measure. Sunil Chhetri scored twice to lead India to a 3-1 win over hosts Maldives in their final league match and into the finals of the SAFF Championships. After Manveer Singh had given India the lead, Chhetri scored in the 62nd and 71st minutes. Agnes Tirop of Kenya, who set the 10-kilometer women-only world record in Germany last month, was found dead at her home in Iten on Wednesday, according to the country's athletics federation. She was 25 years old. Chennai Super Kings and Kolkata Knight Riders are set to lock horns in an epic final encounter of Indian Premier League or IPL 2021 on Friday in Dubai. While Dhoni and co are gearing up for their ninth finale in the tournament history, Kolkata qualified for the finals after a hiatus of 7 years. Moving on to technology and lifestyle, Apple, the tech giant, is now looking into incorporating health-focused tools into its AirPods for improved hearing, reading body temperature, and monitoring posture after the release of Apple Watch. Facebook considers as many as 10 terror, militant, or extremist organizations based in India are on a secret blacklist of over 4,000 people and groups dangerous, including white supremacists, militarized social movements, and alleged terrorists. The Samsung W22 5G, a customized version of the Galaxy Z Fold 3, has been released in China. The new Samsung phone, a successor to last year's Samsung W21 5G, comes with an S Pen and is tailored specifically for Chinese market. Following a recent crackdown on dangerous apps that resulted in Google banning up to 150 apps, the company has now banned more apps from the Google Play Store in order to protect users who download apps like these from its stores. At this year's Google I/O, the company revealed that there are currently 3 billion Android devices in use, and removing these apps will benefit users who may have been duped into using them. This is Sakshi from Inventiva Studio signing off. Till then, good night and subscribe to our channel for daily updates.